Welcome to the early access of Ravenswatch. I'm Murph, and I'm gonna show you the game right now. Ravenswatch is a fantastic new game, which is currently in early access by the same developers that have also made the game Curse of the Dead Gods, if anyone knows about it. Curse of the Dead Gods was a roguelike dungeon crawler. Ravenloft is just a bit different. I have played this game for a few hours with a friend who showed it to me. Unlike Curse of the Dead Gods, Ravenloft is co-op. You can play co-op with up to 4 players, but you don't have to, of course. You can also just try it solo. You normally have 4 characters, but because I played it by myself for a bit, I have unlocked more characters. I've unlocked all characters that are currently available in the early access. I'm gonna play Scarlet, and yeah, let's just go into Chapter 1, The Dark Hills. Chapter 1 is currently everything. Chapter 2 will come later on. You get the announcement that Chapter 2 is coming when early access stage is over. So yeah, don't worry about that. Chapter 1 is more than enough to have fun and completely fall in love with the game. Yeah, what's it about? The game is about
Let's not stick around here too long.
I guess it's about a dream, and you're playing as one of a few heroes from fairy tales with a bit of a darker side to them. And as this hero of some fairy tale, you try your best to defeat the nightmares that are plaguing this dream. We are right now in the spawn area, which is protected, and the run officially hasn't started until I leave the area. I am playing as Scarlet, which is made after the fairy tale Little Red Riding Hood. You're gonna see you're gonna see more of her right when I start the actual playthrough, the actual run. Every one of Ravensloft consists of more or less the same things. You try to level up your character as fast as you can and gain upgrades like passive abilities or items to make your fight against the boss of Act 1 easier. You always start with your first upgrade, which is completely random. Also, every upgrade has its rarity. You can't upgrade the rarity by just playing. You have to pay for the upgrade. I'm gonna show that in a second. I don't want to do the Devourer. I'm gonna do this one.
Excellent.
Now in the bottom left I have the over my XP and level, there's the passive ability that I now have. And this is the Sandman, the Dream Dealer. And here you can see my passive ability, which is common rarity right now. For 50 dream shards I can upgrade it to a higher rarity, or I can buy a few consumables which increase my stats or fully heal me, only when used, of course. Now, Scarlet has a passive ability which activates with time. There's nothing you can do about it. Other than that, I have my primary attack, which is just slicing with my daggers. My secondary attack is a dash, which goes through enemies and damages them. My special ability is a bomb, which I can now throw. Normally, Scarlet would just toss the bomb up in the air and it would drop where Scarlet is standing. But because of the upgrade I have now, I can aim and control it. I can't cancel it though. Doesn't matter. With the passive ability, with the passive upgrade, I can now throw the bomb to a location of my choosing. And the last ability that you can see on the bottom is always for all characters the defensive ability. For Scarlet, it's going into stealth mode. Can also go over all of them. This is the passive ability, the Lycanthrope. Scarlet is a werewolf. During daytime, Scarlet is in her human form and attacks with dual-wielding daggers. During nighttime, however, she transforms into a werewolf and gains a complete set of new abilities. As a humanoid, the primary attack are the daggers. Chain dagger, slashes, each one dealing 15 damage. Every 2 consecutive attacks hitting enemy generate 1 combo point. Then the Swift Strike, which is the dash that goes through enemies. If I have combo points, the damage is increased by 50% for each combo point spent. With a maximum of 3 combo points, that is 150% increase in damage. Pretty nice. And of course the bomb, which I now can throw, and my cloak. That's something I didn't know. Every attack or power that I trigger during the effect of my cloak, I have 100% crit chance. I did not know that. The final ability would be my ultimate ability, which automatically gets unlocked when I reach level 5. That being said, it is not a given that you will reach level 5 in every run. Every run only goes on for 30 minutes because, well, there's a timer. I'm just gonna start now. Those are the normal enemies you will face. I think they're ghouls, but I'm not too sure about that. I now have my 3 daggers. The combo points stacked up, and if there's an enemy, I can now dash through that enemy and deal a substantial amount of damage. Bigger enemies also have a what should I call it? Stance? No, but probably better to call it guard. You can break that guard, which is shown as the yellow part underneath their HP, with just regular attacks or abilities. I don't want to talk about too much, I don't want to give away too many things. Ooh, that was a close one. Oh, that's the transformation. I was about to say. Now I am the werewolf. Yeah. With the werewolf form, Scarlet becomes completely different. Instead of stealthy and hiding and sneaking up on enemies and everything, you pretty much just become a berserker. Instead of daggers, you attack with your claws, and instead of dashing through enemies, you take a bite out of them. The bite can kill if the enemy is on low enough HP. Then my defensive ability is now a War Cry. Instead of my stealth, what should I take? I'm choosing this one. Should I explain this one? Yeah, sure. What looks like something straight out of either Stranger Things or maybe Overlord, the anime, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, the baby goats. That's the trigger for, well, this brawl. I need to kill the healers. I am gonna die. Not dead yet. I will survive. Chomp. Oh god, there's more. Another worms. No, I died. Yeah, during a normal playthrough you can resurrect up to 4 times. Which is shared amongst players. So if you're playing co-op, keep that in mind. You can't all resurrect 4 times. You can resurrect 4 times as a group, and that's it. Go and die. Thank you very much. I don't like these worms. Oh, come on! Thank you. There's a 3rd phase? God damn it. Dodging two worms. Maybe I'll just get rid of you first. I don't like you. Oh, that did a lot of damage. I walked into that. I completely walked into this. Where's the other one? Don't go into hiding. No, 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 no. Yes.
The good thing about nightmares is they quickly forgotten.
That's interesting. But I'm taking
Not
the
bad.
cleave. I'm not using my stealth as much as I should be. Yeah, I definitely should be using stealth more
Let's hurry.
often.
It's nearly nightfall.
Fair enough. It's a bit annoying that you can't really do anything against the transformation. But it's good that they made it so that you can't be targeted during your transformation. So at least there's that. I'm probably not giving away too much information. Oh. I'm just kind of playing through this. I died again because I couldn't dash. I don't like you. But I made it. What should I get? More experience points? Yeah, you can never have too many experience points. I didn't really find what I was looking for. And my pathing is all kinds of wrong. I'm talking like I know a lot of stuff about correct things, but I really don't. I'm kind of just casually playing through this. I'm trying. I need a key for that. I'm really trying my best to not appear as a complete noob. I feel like I'm failing though. I fail to dodge a lot of easy to dodge stuff. Right, target the healer first. I found a key. Should I do this? Now I'm really questioning if I should do this. Whoops. Ow, that
I
hit
felt
me?
that.
You could have at least dropped the healing orb. I'm gonna do this anyways.
Stand ready.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Whoops. I won't let that happen again.
God. No. I couldn't dash. This isn't easy. No! Not this. Good Lord! Why are there so many? Did you have to spawn half an army? Where are you?
Watch out. That's gonna
I
blow.
shouldn't have asked. Sorry. No, 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 no.
What power?
Yes, I made it. And I only died once. Oh god, freaking damn it.
This will be a picnic.
Yeah, sure, do this one. And which upgrade do I get? Yeah, let's do this
I
one.
could get used to this.
That upgrades my power even more. Even though it has a higher cooldown now. It's turning nighttime again. I could have used the nighttime during that fight. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Oh my good god. It has a lot more power than I expected. Right. This is... No, crit is... Should I take crit? Didn't this remove crit? No, it gave me higher cooldown. The other one removed crit. Didn't take the other one though, so I still have my crits. Jump. Okay, I didn't mean to press that, but okay. Should I talk a bit about everything? I guess I should, right? So yeah. As you may or may not have noticed, I've been going around just beating things up, or getting beat up. My level increases. The higher my level, the easier the final fight will become for me. That's a lot of enemies. Oh, the special does so much more damage right now. I'm kind of looking for boss or mini-boss fights. Because defeating those mini-bosses would decrease the final boss's HP. And of course that's a very good thing for me. Oh, there are two elites. Why are there two elites? Taking care of small fry now. Okay. I'm running around the map looking for any and all special areas. Some special areas hide or house some form of mini-boss. Some mini-bosses decrease the final boss's maximum HP. Some others just give very good loot. And that's always a good thing, having the best of loots. And of course I also want cash, which I should slowly start to exchange. At the hub.
Watch your back next time.
What's the Banshee doing here? It's dying. Better what it's doing. There we go. What do I get? Oh, I get a Raven. Yes. Unlock map for me. There's nothing good over here.
Sneak up on them.
That's bad. I need to get rid of small fry again. What is attacking me?
I didn't even break a sweat.
Give me this. Thank you. I need to get to the dungeon. That's one of the. That's a dungeon with a mini boss that gives me good loot. Sweet! I leveled up to 5. Now I have my ultimate ability. And of course you always want to have your ultimate ability. It makes the final fight a lot easier. Where is the entrance? Oh, there it is. I never had an ability be so freaking powerful. So yeah, going around beating stuff up, collecting money to hopefully still able to exchange in time to further increase my abilities. the Sandman. And the Sandman is at the hub area. Of course, you can only increase your abilities through that. Good God. This does a lot. Normally this thing isn't so easy. Anyways, good loot. Or not. Positive armor. I don't think I even have armor. I don't want to ruin my crit chance. I don't know if that would remove the crit chance from my passive ability. From the stealth. I wonder if it does or doesn't. I don't want it. Where is the teleporter? There it is. Don't have too much time left. Maybe I can still get the chest that is shown on the map. Should probably increase those. How much do you have? 120. Yeah, give me both of them. I could also increase my stats through consumables. But I've never done that before, and I prefer to increase my abilities. Where do I have to go? Ah, there it is. That was way too far. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get there. No. I need to kill everything that's here. Gimme. Damage to bosses. Amazing. Alright, I don't think there's much that I can do right now. So now it's time for the final phase. Every run of Ravenswatch takes about 20 to 30 minutes. But it also depends if you die or not, but who cares? Now I'm getting teleported to the final boss in this arena. And hello to whatever Lovecraftian horror this is. The way that the final boss works is that you have to dodge the attacks of the main body and the tentacles. While you also keep attacking the tentacles. If all tentacles are destroyed, the boss in the middle is... I one-shotted that tentacle? Holy... if all tentacles are destroyed, the boss in the middle is stunned. That is insane amount of damage. I'm transforming now? Oh, that was the worst time. Could you let me attack? So yeah, dodge basically every attack. And the bullet hell. And kill tentacles. All tentacles are killed, the boss in the middle is stunned. Because you can attack this boss right now, though you will deal not enough damage to really do much about it. You can pretty much get hit by all attacks, except maybe the big ones, because those really hurt. I've never had such an easy run before, I'm telling you. I've never had such an easy run before. That cursed item is insane. Well, that was a complete run of Ravenloft. I didn't really explain much, I know, but I don't want this to be an explain and tell everything video. I just kind of want to, you know, like, learning by doing, or in this case, learning by watching. Most of this stuff is self-explanatory. You start every run in the hub, which is placed randomly on the map, depending on what seed you have. If you're really, really confident, you can challenge the boss sooner, though I wouldn't recommend it. Everyone starts with you at level 1, but you always get your first upgrade. All upgrades that you get through level ups are related to your abilities, and those are completely random. Not only what you get is random, but also on which rarity is random. You can upgrade the rarity in the hub on the NPC right there, which is the Sandman, the shopkeeper in this place. And the currency is dream shards. It's not that important, it could be gold or whatever. You get dream shards by destroying crystals that are placed all over the map. You destroy them, collect the shards by just standing near them. They will be collected automatically. Yeah, then you can go back to the hub and increase your abilities rarity, which also buffs them. You can also, instead of doing that, focus on stats alone, because the shopkeep also has consumables, which increases the fixed stats like damage, defense, HP, crit chance, or the crit damage. And yeah. So what you want to do during the run is just explore the map as best as you can. I wouldn't waste too much time on small monsters. If you want to clear the whole map, there's nowhere near enough time for that. And while exploring the map, you should watch out for any special places. Special places range from a healing well to mini-bosses. There are all kinds of things placed on the map. And there are also all kinds of enemies placed on the map. Some are easier to face, some are very, very difficult to face. Don't take everything too lightly. There are some things that can one-hit you if you let them. And yeah, you want to do those, you want to visit those special places and do whatever is supposed to be done there. Just defeat enemies, mostly defeat enemies. Sometimes it's a time attack. There's also a side quest somewhere on the map, which is just an NPC asking for help. And then you have to collect a certain resource, bring it to him, and then there will be monster waves coming to destroy the house of the NPC and kill the NPC. And you have to just kill the monsters before the house is destroyed. There's not enough time to explore the entire map, so don't focus on exploring and not collecting anything. That's not beneficial. It's not necessary to stay on one route. Like, let's say you want to you decided that you only go around the map in a clockwise direction. That's very unnecessary, because there are teleporters all over the place. You can also use those teleporters to teleport yourself back to the base, to the spawn point, which is necessary to upgrade your abilities at the merchant. And other than that, yeah, just run around, explore, collect things, defeat things, upgrade yourself through leveling, and your abilities through the merchant. And then just learning by doing. And yeah, that was the end of the early access. You have probably had more than enough time to read this. So yeah. This isn't the entire game, this is just early access, this is just chapter 1. There's already a chapter 2 planned, which is the Storm Islands. There will also be more heroes to be unlocked, to be playable, more items probably, and yeah, now we have a higher difficulty. I tried the higher difficulty once, and it really is nightmarish. This is the final victory screen. So, if you win, you get a medal, first of all, that you won in the normal rank. You get shown what your playtime is and what level you reached. The score is what is actually important outside of the run itself. Down here you have stats. I almost dealt 50k damage, which is very, very high. I didn't expect this, but yeah, I had a cursed item which completely busted my damage through the roof. Really didn't expect this. This was the easiest run I've ever had. The Raven Feathers. 4. Sadly, I had to use all 4 of them. Doesn't matter too much, you don't get additional bonus for the feathers anyways, so there's that. Now to the score. This is the actual important part, besides the running through the game itself, through the map. Once you've completed a run, you get a score. The score is based on a lot of multipliers. You always get 100 points just for playing on a normal difficulty. If you win, you get a 50% bonus. The higher your level is, the higher your multiplier gets. It ranges from, of course, 1.1 to 1.5. The multiplayer bonus. The multiplayer multiplier. That's something you should say 3 times in a row. I didn't pay attention to this when I played with my friends, so I don't know how much it is. But I don't think it will get to more than 50%. So, yeah, the activities. That's the special places on the map that I talked about. The more you visit, the higher multiplier gets. So, they are very important for the score. And the score itself is important because the score is what determines how much experience your character gets. And you really want those. You want your score to be as high as possible to get your character experience up. Because right now it goes up to level 5 or rank 5, and you unlock things with each level. I have new upgrades. Shadow Strikes, which is a quest upgrade. Quest upgrades work, well, kind of self-explanatory if you think about it. If you choose this upgrade, you have to do the quest, which, well, it tells you what to do. In this case, you have to attack out of your stealth, and doing that gives you, if you complete the quest, you get 20% bonus crit damage, which is really strong if you combine it with the upgrades that I had this run. Pyromania. Special applies Ignite to hit enemies and has a plus 40% crit chance. That's great. So your Scarlet is heavily based on crit, it seems. The special ability of Scarlet is the bomb that she can throw. Ignite is one of the few status ailments that you can have or you can apply to others. You can be stunned, slowed, weakened, and of course ignited. Ignited is just that your character burns and you take damage over time. I don't know if you can also be poisoned, I'm not sure. New objects. So the upgrades are character exclusive, the objects are for the game. They are now added to the potential loot you can have. The Horn of Plenty. It's vitality plus 5 for each magical object carried. Yeah, all objects are magical objects, I guess. And the Vorpal Blade, a legendary object. Any empty deal kills standard enemies. Okay, that's an execution item. Unnecessary if you already have high damage, but for characters who have a lower damage output, this is amazing. Yeah, that was my run. Now I have Nightmare 1 with corrupted enemies. Maybe I'll do a video about that as well. The last things I want to talk about is the characters. I should have warned you probably because there will be spoilers. You see the pictures now. If you don't want to know what they are and want to find out by playing, you won't miss anything if you just stop watching now. If you are interested and curious, however, I will just briefly go over them. I'm just gonna talk about the main 4 characters. So, every hero is part of a fairy tale, because this is a dream world in which you fight nightmares. Our first character is Scarlet, the Little Red Riding Hood, with the twist that she's a werewolf. Daytime, you are Red Riding Hood, and nighttime, you're the werewolf. She is one of the 4 basic characters. The second character is the Pied Piper. It's the Rat Charmer. He fights with his flute and rats. It's a long range, kind of long range. I would say middle ranged fighter. You basically shoot notes at your enemies, and you passively gather rats, and you can send rats at your enemies. There are also a few upgrades for the rats themselves to make them more deadlier. Then the third basic character is Beowulf. Yeah, Beowulf is a close-range warrior, more tank-styled, focused on defense, with a little dragon on its shoulder. Then the fourth and last main character is the Snow Queen. She is oriented for debuffing. Well, not really debuffing. She's the actual ranged dealer. The Pied Piper does a lot of debuffs with the Fortissimo ability that can make enemies vulnerable, so they take more damage. The Snow Queen, however, adds the chilled status to enemies with more or less all of her attacks. Chilled enemies are they're just slowed. They don't take extra damage or anything, they're just slower. But the Snow Queen has the ability Ice Shatter, which damages all chilled enemies in her radius. So the Snow Queen focuses completely on chilling enemies and then using Ice Shatter to damage them. If you've completed the game, the normal difficulty with any of those 4 characters, either solo or co-op, you unlock the next character. And the last character is unlocked if you win another time. You don't have to win in the Nightmare mode to unlock the last character. And what I'm not sure about is if you have to play the 5th character to unlock the 6th one. It's what I did, because I wanted to test the new character, and I did 2 or 3 runs with him, and just by chance managed to beat the boss and unlock the 6th character. So I don't know if you have to play with him or as him to unlock the last playable hero. but you'll find that out by playing yourself. So, if you really don't want to know anything more about them, have a good one. See you in the next video. If you're still curious, however, you can stay for a few more minutes. Alright, people should have decided by now, so the fifth character is Aladdin. Everyone should know who he is. It's a very interesting character. His special ability is the Genie of the Lamp, which you can use 3 times during one playthrough. You can't use it any more than that. And depending on how you want to use the genie, or how you want to use the wishing lamp, different things happen. The first effect is just a big AoE damage. The second effect is that you get a few dream shards and a magical object, which is completely random as far as I'm concerned. Or the last option, which is really valuable in co-op, is a full heal or revive for all heroes around Aladdin, with the additional permanent 30 HP shield. Permanent shield just means that it doesn't go away over time. Of course, the shield vanishes if you take damage and deplete the shield, and it won't recharge. And the last character is Melusine. Melusine is a siren, and I think she's from the fairy tale The Little Mermaid. I am not entirely sure about this though, because the name doesn't ring any bells for me. Melusine is also interesting to play as, because when you first get to play her, she is a stationary attacker. She cannot move while attacking. So be careful with that. And I think Melusine would be amazing in a co-op run. If someone is playing Beowulf and acts as a tank, as a front line, then I think Melusine is an incredibly strong hero. She's also very strong by herself, but if you're not used to it, being stationary is very detrimental, because you easily get surrounded by enemies. It doesn't necessarily happen, but if it happens, yeah, you're in trouble. You won't necessarily die, but you probably will lose a lot of HP. That being said, it's still fun to play her. Well, every character is fun to play as, not gonna lie. I'm a bit obsessed with this game right now. Even just for an early access, I have yet to find anything wrong with it. There are no bugs or glitches. There's nothing major that I would like talk down. At least I don't see anything. some things are maybe a bit unbalanced, but that's alright for an early access. I'm not complaining about that. I mean, you've seen my run. If you have good RNG, you can do insane amounts of damage. So even if you encounter those dreaded enemies that seem to be nearly immortal with with a very, very high damage output, you can counter it. But then again, if you're unlucky, well, you're most likely not gonna complete the run. At least not with a win. But besides that, I would like if there would be more time so that you can actually explore the map. Of course, by doing so, also get higher endpoints to level up rank up your characters. Most of them at level 2 right now. Half of them at level 2. The only reason why Beowulf isn't on a higher level is just because I didn't play him. I played all other characters because I wanted to see what they're doing, how they work. But I haven't touched Beowulf because the friend who showed me the game played him a lot, and I more or less saw every ability of his while playing with my friend. So I don't really need to play him myself. Yeah. There was just a quote-unquote quick little run of Ravenloft. And there's not much more I can say about it. So, yeah, amazing early access game without any bugs or glitches or other things like that. You can play co-op with your friends, can be a lot of fun, can be challenging, especially if you play on the higher difficult, which you unlock after completing your first normal run. And other than that, why not give it a try? The early access isn't free, of course, but if you like the game from what you've seen so far, just paying a bit for the early access, which also gives you access to the full game once it's out, of course. That's not a downside at all, in my eyes. With games like this, I want to what is the word I'm looking for? I want to support the developers and encourage them. That was the one. Encourage them to do more and better and just show my appreciation. That's all I'm trying to say. So, yeah. That was Ravenswatch. I hope you had fun watching. I'm gonna play a bit more. And I hope that really hope that this gets big. It deserves it. It really does deserve it. Anyways, that's it from me. I'm Murph, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good time.